and you are watching the Josh Northeast 9-Ball Tournament. $25,000 added. I'm Upstate Al of AZB-TV, and we're going to get a match underway very shortly. Mike Zuglin will make his announcements for the noon session. It's going to be Johnny Morra and Martin Daigle out of Canada playing each other in a race to 9. This is going to be what we expect, a real good match, just like the one prior to this. We went hill. Before we actually get started underway, we want to remind you that AccuStats will be heading down to Derby City Classic January 20th through the 28th. Make sure to go over to AccuStats, that's accu-stats.com, and purchase your early bird special for that event. I understand that they do have the links up on their website right now. It's a tournament you don't want to miss. And we will be heading to Steinway Billiards. Here it is. This is the biggest thing going around, folks. There's, right now, I believe, players from 30 different countries are merging to Steinway Billiards. We're going to be bringing you the pay-per-view event. It's January 14th through the 17th. You can purchase your pay-per-view simply by going over to www.worldpoolseries.com. Mr. Darren Appleton, Manny out of Steinway, Molinari, all the sponsors that are on board, we can't thank you enough. This is a tremendous tournament. There's not going to be a stone unturned. Darren is on top of things like one of those cooks, like a cooking show where he, nope, that's not right, change it. You know, he wants it perfect. Go over to worldpoolseries.com. Check out the website. Purchase your pay-per-view. Not only you can purchase a pay-per-view for the tournament coming up January 14th through the 17th, you can purchase a seasonal pass, which includes all the tournaments that we're going to be doing pay-per-views for. You will be paid already, and it's like $100 and something, $110 for like all the tournaments. Every single one of the tournaments, you're a seasonal pass owner. Please go over there, support Darren Appleton. The payouts are tremendous. It's Steinway Billiards. AZB-TV will be there. World Pool Series. Here it is. That's right, folks. We'll be heading down to Steinway Billiards for the World Pool Series. And Darren Appleton, Manny out of Steinway, Molinari, and everybody on board for that big event. It's a $20,000 first place prize. Right now, there's players from 30 different countries going to merge onto Steinway Billiards. And we will be there to bring you the pay-per-view. Go over to worldpoolseries.com and get your pass right there on the website. I believe they also have the players list and everything right there on the website. It's just a professional website, recently done. That's worldpoolseries.com. We also want to mention Mr. Greg Antonakis. I don't know whether you know it or not, but Greg Antonakis got magic happening. The FedEx truck just came around the corner. He's got some new Coca-Cola. He's got some new Southwest. Make sure you check him out. It's American Q Pickers. Get your Southwest from the best. Contact Greg Antonakis at ga9ball@gmail.com. Some of those sticks that might be on this poster that we made might not be available. They go quick. All right, guys, thanks. Hey, guys, I don't know what. We want to thank Greg for being on board. And I'll tell you, without all these sponsors, this live stream would not be possible. I want to thank John Bertone of Kamui. And that's the commercial right there for Kamui. You want to play with the best. Dress the cue like the rest. You really got to check out Kamui and get your tips and chalk and you name it, they got it. Make sure to get over to Kamui and support these sponsors. Also, the next ad is going to be Chalky Sticks, and Chalky Sticks is something that you want to check out. Professionals are using their what they call pad for diagramming shots and showing shots and explaining shots. It's chalkysticks.com. It's what, folks, we'd like to say with great pride, Chalky Sticks is back. That's right, they're on board, they're a sponsor. A lot of you guys last year when Chalky Sticks was with us really helped out Chalky Sticks a lot. You know what? It's a free app. So it's like touche, baby. You can't go wrong with this. It's Chalky Sticks. It's an app for Apple and Android. You can find pool tables all around the world, connect with players in your area, view listings of upcoming tournaments, watch all types of billiard matches. Well, what do what do you mean by that, Al? Well, there's a diagramming tool called Pad, which was used for the World Series, the World Pool Series. There's also a TV channel. It's like nonstop for billiards. There's a tournament manager so you can host your own events and manage the brackets. How do you go wrong with this? Get over to Chalky Sticks. That's right. It's chalkysticks.com. They got a new player they're also sponsoring. Their very first player is Del Sims. He'll be participating right here at the Turning Stone Classic 27. It's Chalky Sticks. Get over there, guys. Support the sponsors that are bringing the life. I'll tell you, that's Chalky Sticks. That's an app. It's free to download. All you got to do is go over to chalkysticks.com. You're going to be real impressed with the development of that app. We got a lot under our belts. We're going to do the World Pool Series. We're going to be doing the King of the Castle finale. That's an amateur tournament that's been put together by Scott Simonetti and John Trebbiano and crew at Castle Billiards. And it's an amateur event, and one of these amateurs are going to walk out with close to, 19, 20,000. Amateur event. Last year was like 12, 13,000 the winner walked out with. It's tremendous. We're going to bring you that live stream, and then after that, we're going to be heading up to Snookers in Providence, Rhode Island, to bring you on Ashburton Street. We call it the home away from home. We're going to be there to bring you the free live stream. Make sure to get in touch with Mark Dion right away. Get your entry fee in. I understand it's filling up. It's coming up right after the World Pool Series after Darren Appleton. We're heading to Providence, Rhode Island, January 28th through the 29th. Get in touch with Mark Dion. Thank Molinari, Delta 13, and the rest of the crew. We'll be there. Mark, that's right, folks. We'll be up there the 28th through the 29th, bringing you that free live stream of MD Promotions. That's the Christmas Classic. I understand the field is getting real packed. In fact, a couple of players here heard me announce it as they were up in their hotel rooms watching the Turning Stone, and they're going to get in touch with Mark real quick. So if you want to play in that, get in touch with Mark Dion. Also, I want to give you an update on the light, Ed. There will be a 10% discount when you get in touch with light-systems.com. I spoke to Mr. Fong, and I didn't ask him if it was just going to be until the tournament was over, but I believe if you just mentioned my name and you heard it at the Turning Stone, he will honor that 10% discount. So make sure to check them out. It's light, L-I-T-E, -systems.com. -systems.com. Numerous times you heard me mention this light, and I know so many people that bought it. Guess what? Mr. Fong, the innovator that makes this light, is going to be here. His wife, Julie, I don't know if you know, sorry, not Julie. I'm always thinking about Julie Ha. Jali, his wife Jali, is playing in the event. So Fong will be here. He's going to have a booth here at the Turning Stone. Get inquisitive. I know a lot of people ask questions about it. I'm telling you, it's 10 times the illumination, 10 times lighter in weight, 10 times cheaper to run. Billiard rooms are installing these lights. It's all LED lighting. Check them out. It's light-systems.com, or stop by the Turning Stone, and right up in the front you have the booths. There, your vendors are right up in the front. Thanks, everybody. Support these guys. I'll tell you what, they've been on premises and supporting the AZB TV and supporting the free live streams. Light-systems.com. And talking about the World Pool Series, one of the main sponsors on board is Molinari. Here it is, folks. MolinariGloves.com. They're on board with AZB TV all the time. Thank you to Ira Lee and Eric Kwong. Notice the colors of the Molinari glove right now. I mean, the navy blue and the yellows and the reds, the orange, all different kind of colors to match whatever you're wearing. It's MolinariGlove.com because the glove fits. Not only gloves, they got Predator extensions now. They got the newest extension out, by the way. Make sure to check them out at MolinariGlove.com. And we'd like to give a big shout out to Alex Austin, who's now on board with AZB TV. I want to thank you, Alex. Are on board. We're going to see this gentleman down at Steinway Billiards when we get down there next week. It's Alex Austin, Fine Billiard Products. Okay, it's www.alexaustinusa.com, or you can call him at that phone number. It's 401-421-7558. It is the revolution. That's their motto. Notice the logo, AA. I used to use that handle on the CB called AA. And that's just ironic. This company is now on board with AZB TV. DLBilliards.com also. Check them out. They got their distributors. Go over there, pay them a visit, DLBilliards.com, or simply get in touch with Alex at alexaustinusa.com. Thank you, Alex, and we'll be talking to you down the line, my friend. All right, a new sponsor on. Guys, if you're coming here to the Turning Stone, I can tell you one thing. When you walk inside, it's the biggest booth here is Baltimore City Cues. It is actually surrounded right now. They have so many products here, so many cue sticks. Make sure to check them out. It's BaltimoreCityCues.com. Right. Look at the screen, left-hand bottom corner. It's Baltimore City Cues. They're here. They have a booth. These guys do anything. You name it. If you got a big event coming up, they bring anything to your event, anything from tips to tables. It's Baltimore City Cues. Notice the picture in the background. That's right, the Irish Invader. They are the sponsors for Karen Core, who is playing in the Turning Stone event right now. Check them out. These guys support pool in every which way but loose. It's BaltimoreCityCues.com, guys. Please check these guys out, because without these guys, this wouldn't be possible at all. Thank you. That's right. That's right. It's BaltimoreCityCues.com. They actually sponsor Karen Core. And we also want to give a big shout out to Mike Burton. If you're in the market for a Josh cue, he has an enormous array of sticks here, right here in his booth. And if you're in the market for a Josh cue that he doesn't have, he can get it for you in a heartbeat. Mike Burton. Pay attention to this one right here, because Mike Burton, also known as MBQs, is here at the Turning Stone. He has a booth up at the front. You name it in Josh Cues. If he doesn't have it here at the booth and there's a certain Josh cue that you would like to order, he would get it for you in a heartbeat. He's an authorized dealer. Check him out at Mike. I send him an email at mike@mbqs.com, or call him right up that number, 443-309-3495. That's MBQs. That's Mike Burton himself. He's here, folks. Come and pay him a visit at the Turning Stone. All right, guys, pay attention. And guess who we have sitting in the commentator's booth, folks? I don't know if you know Caitlin. Do you know her? Do you see her right there on your screen? That's Johnny Morra's better half right there under the hat. Caitlin sitting here in the booth. We just want to get her on cam because she's like a top model. There she is, sitting right there. These guys are going to get underway as soon as Mike Zuglin is working his way down the tournament floor. Come into this announcement.
All right, good match down here at table 7. First from Brooklyn, New York, 2014 Predator Tour Player of the Year, sponsored by Kobe Custom Cues, Predator Revo Shafts, Mike Yednak. And his opponent, he's a 4-time world champ. He's on our poster. He's a 6-time winner right here at Turning Stone, and BCA Hall of Famer. He's sponsored by Universe Clothing, Championship Billiard Fabric, and Scorpion Cues. Johnny Archer. All right, there's a nice matchup from Canada. Two young guys. First, from Quebec City, Canada. He's won on our tour in the past. He's a regular down here at Turning Stone. He's making a name for himself in the pool world. Daigle. And his opponent, He's also on our poster. He's from Toronto, Ontario, Canada. He's a second, had 2 seconds here at Turning Stone. It's just a matter of time before he wins it. He's a current Canadian pinball champ, current Texas Open champ. Sponsored by TUI Management, Kings of Vapor, Ultimate Team Gear, and Tom Tips. Johnny Morra. By the way, this one's on the internet. Go to easybilliards.com. You get the free live stream. Move over to table number 9 from Buffalo. He's a regular on our tour. He's recently a Tri-State Open champ, Tony Anton, his opponent.
Well, you guys up in Canada are screaming and making some noise as your 2 homeboys from up there in Canada are about to face it off. Looks like Johnny's going to win this lag as Martin hit that a little too hard. Just in case you're wondering about the format, winner breaks, and his opponent must rack.
Table number 11 from Syracuse, New York, a regular on our tour is a player rep for Dan Deshaw Custom Cues, Mike Andrews, and his opponent, another regular on our tour as well as here at Turning Stone, plays out of Bison Billiards in Buffalo, New York, Nick Capola. Table number 12 from New York Mills, right around the corner from here. He plays out of Hippos in Yorkville. He's a regular on our tour.
Is that you, Troy?
Finishes. Welcome back.
You're back on 3.
There
you go.
You guys are no stranger to each other. From Rochester, he has a lot of high finishes. Recent 3rd at the now defunct Premium Billiards. He's playing out of Eastridge Billiards in Rochester currently. Marco Can. Table number 13. Owner of Eastridge Billiards in Rochester. We had to stop there this season. We welcome Chris Brayman and his opponent. He's always a regular here at Turning Stone. He's from Ochope, Florida. Plays at a Salt City Billiards when he's up here in this part of the country. Jerome Rockwell. Good luck.
Well, Martin's having a little issue getting these balls racked. A couple of players had some issues. They just want to give each other a good rack. And there you have it. Johnny does some inspection. Something that Mike Zuglin doesn't want to deal with. Hey, it's not frozen. Hey, this one's not frozen. Mike Zuglin made this announcement at the players' meeting that he doesn't want to go through that. He doesn't want to stall the tournament because we got a lot of players here and just enough time to do it as Johnny Morra is lining up on the left side of the box. And would like to welcome NJ Pool player back in the box.
Yeah, pump us up. First of all, from Jackson, Florida, he's a former winner.
Are you on the air, Troy?
He's a former world
I can't hear you.
He's a former world champion in all the games, and he's sponsored by Lucasi, Cyclops Balls, and Kamui, Thorsten Holman. All right. His opponent, he's a 5-time Jazz Northeast 9-Ball Tour raffle cue winner. Right there. There he is.
This is a break from the box. No jump cues allowed. Foul on every ball. And Mike puts one stipulation in there that if you're bridging over a ball or touch a ball prior to actually going through with the shot, you have an option to stand up without striking the cue ball and letting your opponent know. And then he can put it back where he or she thinks it lied before you moving it.
Waterville, New York, played out of the Golden Cue in Albany, where I'm from. Joe Ziegler. Good luck, guys. Okay, and ladies. And please remember, everyone turn the ringers off on your cell phones. They can be very distracting to the players. And please, no flash photography. And let's not forget our cue raffle. We have 2 $1,500 custom engraved Jazz cues to give away. Someone will win them. Do not have to be present to win. Ticket prices are $5 each, 3 for 10 or 7 for 20. We have them right up in the front here. If you'd like to buy tickets, make sure you put your name and
Caitlin, can you hear us?
Yes.
Put the microphone down so we can hear you.
Hello.
There she is. That's Johnny's other half right here in the booth. Well, you know, John's due to win this. Nothing against Martin Daigle. Johns came in a couple of times, second place, right? Caitlin, you there?
Oh, yeah, sorry. Yes, he has.
Okay.
On table 1. Jilene versus Jason Shaw, table number 1.
Boy, Martin right out of the box, taking no prisoners. He's got a nice tempo. He's got pep in his step. I think we have another seat for Mario Morra. Don't we have a seat for Johnny's father? We do have, no, we have another seat, don't we?
Come on.
All right, can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can.
Mario, you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, you're on number 3. There you go. Welcome aboard, sir. You know, we do have a lot of the Canadians listening in and muting our audio and I guess commentating in French. So if you have anything to say or if you want to say something in French, then go right ahead.
No, I don't speak French.
I don't speak French.
Okay, I give up.
There goes that.
You know, usually when Tino Balveri is down here, you know, and commentating, we give him that option to speak French and pass the word along. Because we always thank everybody up in Canada for watching, you know, and Billiards Quebec, they actually they take our stream into
Oh, that's great.
Canada and tell everybody in French what's going on, especially with 2 Canadian players. One of them, the son of Mario Morra. We'll give you a shot of Mario. He's right there. There they are. And I'm going to pass the chat along to you guys. There's the chat room right here, in case somebody out there wants to ask any questions. Chat is now in front of Mario Morra and Kaylin. And I'll make that text a little bit bigger. And Martin Daigle makes a deposit here and opens up to his bank account 1-0 against Johnny. Now these 2 folks that are in the booth, they're biased. Let me tell you, they're going to be rooting. They're going to be rooting for Johnny. You know, it's great to see father and son. I mean, you guys have been coming here for years, right? And then Ernesto and Oscar,
Yep.
and it's really nice to see that.
So is Johnny's break? No.
How come
Table. So I think I'll go stand in front of the bucket.
I'm having trouble hearing Mario for some reason? Keep talking, Mario. Keep talking.
I was going to say, I think I'm going to go stand in front of the bucket.
There you
since
go.
Martin's shooting.
Okay, now we can hear you. Yeah, I wouldn't blame you. Now let's watch the break. Watch the 5 ball and the 1 ball. The 5 ball went right in the corner pocket, which was the wing ball.
Oh.
And notice the 2, 3, and the 9 ball up table there.
Oh. It actually feels, how does it feel? It feels pretty good. It feels like no matter what, we're winning.
Yeah, we want to put this a little bit closer.
Okay.
We want to hear you. There you go.
All right. As you said, how does it feel? Well, it feels like no matter who wins, we're winning. So it's like we can't lose.
Wow. Martin Daigle out for blood. 2-0. And you know the composure. You know John's been in this position numerous times. This is not his first rodeo, so you're not going to see any kind of reaction out of John, and that's why they call him Mr. Smooth.
Yeah, he was down 5-1 yesterday and won 9-5.
Do you remember who he played?
Jerry Crow?
Jerry Crow.
Yeah.
Yeah, left-handed player. The back of the shirt there is Ultimate Team Gear, guys. These shirts are the best. They're so comfortable. If you don't have one, you got to get one. I mean, I got dozens of these shirts, and they feel like a Nike, like smooth, like you're not wearing anything, and they breathe so well. And Martin Daigle's not going to let Johnny breathe. He's going to keep Johnny in that chair as long as he can. Again, breaking from this side now. Watch the 8-ball. Well, the 8 didn't go, but the 2 and the 5 found the side pocket. Mario, did you start playing snooker or
Yeah,
regular?
I started playing snooker when I was 14 for about 25 years. Then I switched to 9-ball, which because I never went back to England, so I ended up playing 9-ball. It's a bit easier.
And the transition from 9-ball after playing 9-ball for years, and all of a sudden they want to make the game a little more difficult and now play 10-ball. It's a pretty easy transition, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. From 9-ball to 10-ball is practically the same thing. It's just a little bit more traffic on the table, so the game slows down a bit more.
And the break.
Yeah. I kind of like 10-ball more because it's right up my alley. More safeties. You can breathe a little bit.
Yeah, being a snooker background, yeah, you got a lot of soldiers to hide behind.
Yeah.
We also want to give a big shout out to Johnny's sponsor, Chad Bowling and Stephanie and everybody that's listening in. And I don't know who's there in the pool room right now. You know, Rick, everybody. They do sponsor Johnny. That's the Kings of Billiards in Akron, Ohio. Also the Kings of Vapor in Akron, Ohio. And also down in Daytona now. Chad Bowling is participating in this event also. So big shout out to those guys. Yeah, that was kind of a two-way shot, but Johnny definitely didn't think that 1-ball was going to go on the side. But just in case, he was behind the 2 and the 3-ball right here. If he does this again, he wins a car.
For sure he's going to do it again, but I hope the 3 doesn't go in this time.
Right. That's what I'm saying. He's going to win a car if this goes in.
Hey!
I almost had to call my lawyer to get out of that one. John says he's going to call a referee over just in case. And Martin Daigle said something back to him. No need to. Not going to be that close. So, you know, they're friends. They know each other for a while. And why create any kind of discrepancies? Just call over a neutral party to watch it. I have to agree with it.
Well, he's probably just going to hit it slow. If he was smashing it, you probably wouldn't need a referee.
Right. Well, slow roll is the shot. Why cause separation, right? Just cause traffic. He hits way above the 6-ball.
I think that's a bad hit. Bad hit.
You better put your glasses on. I don't know about that, Mario. Unless that 6 goes in that side pocket, I guess it does if you played it that way, huh?
Yep.
But I know the points of these diamond tables are treacherous. That looks like a steep angle. Not for Johnny. Like a hot knife going through butter. Must be nice to have young eyes. I forget.
All right.
All right, 2-1. You know, there's something about a game. You know, I like to see sometimes people put packages together. You know, run 7, run 8. I really enjoy it, and I think also there's other viewers that are enjoying it. But I also, on the other hand, like to see a close match. Sort of like the match we had prior to this one, went hill-hill. I kind of like that.
Wow.
Yeah. Now, I would like to see this go hill-hill, but I don't think any of the players playing out here right now would want to see it go hill-hill. But I know for the viewing audience and myself, I enjoy it. Hi, Jess. No, that's not Erin in the booth. That's actually Caitlin in the booth, Johnny's girl. Give you a little idea who she is. Oh, you know her, I believe. Yeah, you guys know each other. There she is. And John's dad, Mario. Now, the 9 ball does count on the break if that 9 would have went in. Right away, you see the 6, 7, and 9 in the bottom left-hand corner. Something that has to be dealt with. 7 doesn't go past the 9, I don't believe.
Hi, Jess.
Who would that be?
I think he's going to try to take out the 6 here, but he's got to make sure that cue ball gets out of here. And that was a 6 ball, right? And boy, he came close to pocketing that ball. Would have japped himself up.
Angelique, yes, John is still shooting with a Falcon cue.
Yeah, please mention other sponsors. Yeah, absolutely. Let's get them all out there. I believe in giving all the sponsors recognition, without a doubt.
Dryden and Del Sim, you're up on table 10. Please call Dryden versus Del Sim. Table 10, immediately, please. Let's go.
You know, you see a shot like this many a times. You'll see a shot where you like played a 2, 9, 6 ball combination, and then the 2 and 9 layup for a 2, 9 combination afterwards. If he slow rolls this at a nice slow roll, just like that. And it's just something that we see quite often. Martin Daigle pockets that 9 ball. Now takes the lead 3-1. Am I saying Martin's name, his last name, right?
Martin Daigle.
Huh?
Martin Daigle.
Martin Daigle? That's how you say it? I've been saying Daigle for a long time. All right, Martin Daigle.
Okay, Del Sim, you're up immediately on table number 10. Del Sim, table 10.
What do you say, Al? How you doing there, buddy? It is true. I do Elvis person. What do you call him? An impersonator in Vegas. I fly back and forth from New York. I can sing any song you want. No, that's not true. Going into rack number 5, 3-1, Martin Daigle. Tell you, he crashed him pretty hard. He can come up dry now. But Johnny coming to the table and just looking at this shot here without a pocket. Johnny did win the banks down in Derby City Classic a couple of years ago.
2012.
2012. He can bank, but I don't think he'll bank at this. I think he'll like to play safe. What a beautiful shot. The touch that required that without scratching in that corner pocket is what the touch is all about. When you got that confidence just to know where that cue ball is going to be. Hey, Paulie, what's going on there on the West Coast? What's happening? Iggy, I see you in the chat there, Tony. What'd you do, change your screen name? Tony Iggy.
So now he's tied up to 4. You can guess what he's going to do here in 1-9 combo.
Yeah, why deal with that, right? This is actually a two-way shot here, too, Mario. Watch Johnny. He'll play safe behind this, what is it, the 5, and played a 1-9 combination. If the 9 doesn't go, the cue ball will be hidden behind that 5 ball, rest assured. Then again, he didn't hide the cue ball, and that's confidence right there. Wouldn't you think the cue ball going behind the 5 just in case the 9 bobbled? And Johnny just, he had an eye for it. He said, man, I'm making this no matter what.
Well done.
It's 3-2. He trails by 1, but guess what? He's breaking. And, you know, winner break format is big because it keeps you in a rhythm and you could run a few racks. If the break is on and the table lays right after the break, we know that either one of the players can run a couple of racks here.
Yeah, they just got to make a ball off the break and then they're off.
Coming from a man that does it quite often. If you've never seen,
not anymore.
Yeah. You know what he's doing? Mario's putting a fishing hook out there for you guys. He's telling you can't play anymore. But trust me, I'm going to knock his action. He can play.
I need a spot from
Everybody.
about 80% of the people now.
Is that right?
Yeah.
I don't believe half of it.
Don't believe it.
I know.
Believe some of it.
All right. I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. We do want to mention that tables are covered with Simonis cloth. It's the best cloth you can get is Simonis. As Johnny lines up, watch the 8 ball here and the 1 towards the side pocket.
Got kicked right out.
You know, when you start breaking from the box, things change. You know, it's not like you're breaking from the rail. But we did see Martin pocket the wing ball a couple of times. All right, Caitlin has exited the commentator's booth, and she's going to go put her pom-poms on and root John on from the cushion theater seats here at the arena. I think she felt bad because we have big monitors in front of us, and she wanted to reassure Johnny that she's here. It's nice to have your girl or your family root for you. Wow. You hit the one ball at warp speed all around the world and back again. You know, I think going into a kick like that, I think 2 rails or 3 rails makes the ball bigger, huh, Mario?
Yeah. And in 9-ball, when you're snookered or hooked, and you really can't, it's hard to play safe. In 9-ball, you can slash at the ball and maybe you get lucky. That's why they do that. Sometimes you got no other choice but to.
I don't think that's a good move, though.
Well,
I think practicing kick and kick safes is such a big part of the game today.
oh, there's another beautiful carom. There's 3-3.
That's right. Daddy's keeping an eye on Upstate Al. He says, Al, make that 3-3 real quick.
Yeah.
33.
I'm actually more nervous watching
Oh, yeah?
than I am when I'm playing. It's like I'm playing now,
Yeah.
but I can't do anything about it.
Now, when is your next match?
2 o'clock. Which, in a little while I'll be going.
Yeah, don't let us hold you here. Get some practice in. Johnny walking by the booth and giving us a smile. Sees Pop in the booth here. There's a fella up in Canada. Well, Nick Nicolaitis got in touch with me about a month ago. He wanted me to come up to Canada and do a live stream. And now there's another fella here, down here. He wants me to come up and do something up in your area to do a live stream. Well, Johnny's going to give this a once-over. I think we're going to see John turn his speed up a little bit on the break because of the reaction that he got on his last break. You might see him turn the speed up a little bit.
Yeah, like on the last break, the wing ball went too deep.
Right.
So he might not draw this as much, or just like you said, he might crank it.
Yeah.
I think he's cutting it though.
Yeah, he's all the way over to the, as far as you can go in the box.
Oh, he's cutting it.
Well, the cut break I like is the cue ball going back up table with the one. That kind of come out a little funny there.
He cut it too much.
Yeah.
And,
But really not too harmful letting Martin out of the seat because I don't think Martin has much to look at here. He might be able to see the left side paint to this one ball, and if he can actually bring the cue ball down behind that 5-4 area again.
right. Yeah.
But you got to make sure you duck the cue ball because you're going to bring the one ball out in the open. Oh, thank you for the kind words there, Iggy. Appreciate it. And I couldn't do it without you guys. You know that, Iggy. Anytime Iggy's around, Upstate puts the hook out there and pulls him right in the booth. I like the help of everybody. Believe me, it helps out. I got news for you, Mr. Mario Morra. You're going to play on this stream table next, right here. I just got the message. Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yep.
Okay.
You'll be right here. So, hey,
It's a good
sun
time.
is out there now, and Pops will be coming up next on the live stream table.
So
You'll be
this is
playing
good.
Brent Brummel.
Okay, so
Yeah.
it's a good time to do my homework. Watch the table, how it breaks.
Look for the sweet spots. Yeah. There you go.
Is that fair?
We charge for that, you know. This is the CIA behind the scenes. All right, let's see if Martin goes with the safety, trying to get the cue ball back down behind that 5-4 area. Small window, though, to get between that 3 and a 4.
You hit it good. You hit it good.
You got right between it, too. Boy, did he hit it good. And that's right. I'm looking at the chat, and I'm seeing Iggy says to Upstate Al he's going to see me in a few weeks. Let me tell you a little bit about this tournament that Iggy's mentioning there. It's all amateur tournament, and when I streamed it last year, the winner of the tournament as an amateur walked out with, I think, 12 to 13,000 for first place. This year, my prediction is I think the amateur is going to walk out with somewhere around 17,000. It's almost 30,000 added to an amateur event, courtesy of John Tribbiano and Scott Simonetti and the whole crew at Castle Billiards. It's just unbelievable. Well, Celeste, I would love to come out to Vegas and do some live streaming. Believe me when I tell you, I have no qualms about traveling the world or the country. Yeah, that amateur, I tell you, that amateur tournament that they hold at Castle Billiards is probably the best amateur tournament in the country. I don't think there's anything even close. You're talking about close to $30,000 added to an amateur event. And not bad for a $50 entry, huh? Well, Martin's got himself in a little predicament here. Do you just play the safety, or do you play the 3-9 combination and safe behind the 5 ball?
I think he's going for it.
Yeah, you got to make sure you hide this cue ball in case the 9 doesn't go or it just lines up. No,
Okay.
he's hiding it behind the 5. $10,000 last year, thanks to John and Minnie Tribbiano. Yep, I know it's a big tournament. It's amazing. I can't wait to get down there. We're actually Right after this, I'll be heading to New York City to bring you the World Pool Series that Darren Appleton's the promoter of with Manny from Steinway Billiards. And he had players from 30 different countries coming to play in that tournament, and possibly more. I think Darren said he only had a few openings. And Johnny just opened the door for Martin here. If he can deal with the 4-ball, which is kind of nestled up against the 5 on the right-hand long rail here at the lower part of your screen. Okay, Mario, you got your opponent on 1, and you got ball in hand. Do you make the 3 and nudge it, or come below the 4-ball and then play safe, or do you play safe here?
You play it here, but you try and break it out, either 2 rails or 3 rails.
You try to break it.
And if you don't break it out, then you just play it safe.
You got to get lower on it, yeah.
Yeah. You could go short and hit it off the 3rd rail and break it out. There you go.
Played it exactly like
Like
Mario
I would.
said. Yeah, just like you would. You're right.
Nice shot.
Really nice touch there. Johnny doesn't like it because of the angle, but I think he can just slide the cue ball right. Just draw it up.
Yeah, I could just roll it, maybe go past the 6 and play the 6 in the corner where the cue ball is. Just trickle it in and okay, that's even better.
Yeah, really not much to do here. It's more or less a road map. The 7-ball in the opposite side pocket, and probably play the 8 in the same side pocket as the 7. You're going around the 9 and back around? Sure is. This way he can get a little high on the 8-ball and have the natural roll to the 9 using the rail. Okay, John Morra stepping up his game now, takes the lead here, 4-3. We are racing to 9. This is a winner's side match, right?
Yeah, it's a winner side.
Okay. Just to let you know, guys, right behind this table, you can see the Scorpion, Johnny Archer. I'm going to call him the bartender from now on. He made a post on his social media that he's going to be bartendering down at Marietta Billiards, his pool room. Big shout out to Melanie, if she's viewing right now. Johnny Archer is playing Michael Yetnick out of New York City. Going into rack number 8.
Okay, so this one he's pounding it.
He actually went to the other side of the table too now.
Yeah, but he's inside the box now.
He did. He turned it up.
Yep.
The 8 ball found the bottom left-hand corner, but look at the layout. I think you'll see Johnny just roll this enough to bump the 1 and just leave everything in a cluster. I don't know if he has enough room back there to kick the 1 past the 7 and leave the cue ball behind the 7.
No, it looks kind of tight.
Yeah, Liz.
I think you might have to just push out, but no, I don't know what he's doing.
Well,
Very
he got
good
him behind
shot.
it too, yeah. Good shot. Bounce it off the rail and jump over it. Who did that? The Dancing Bear did that in a major tournament, and everybody went crazy.
Yeah, he's Dancing Bear. He's known for his trick shots. He's
Yeah.
very good with those shots.
I believe Jerry Forsythe and Jimmy White, who are actually the commentators. I'm not sure. It might have been a Moscone Cup. Whatever it might have been, it was huge. And that's what Martin's going to do. He's going to try to jump this cue ball over the 2 ball and contact the 1. Also was in the movie The Hustler, I believe, or in The Color of Money.
Wow.
Good hit.
Very good hit.
You know, Johnny's got a real nice safe. That 7 ball that's up on that short rail on the left-hand side becomes a stop sign for the cue ball. And the cue ball will be behind the 2 ball up there. And just bank the 1 between the 5-3 back down table. Just with enough speed just to lock the cue ball in there behind that 2. Oh, okay, I just got information on what tournament that was when the Dancing Bear did that shot. It was the Molson Cup, Evan Broxmeyer says. I don't really like this from here. I mean, you know, if you're a little bit straighter on this, the three ball squirts towards the corner pocket, or you can stop the three ball right there. See if you can hit it hard enough to get that three to go towards that upper right-hand corner. See, Johnny doesn't like the angle either.
No,
He's,
I don't like it.
yeah, he's the.
It kind of has to just roll it.
Think so?
Cut the 6.5, and the 3 will hit towards the corner. Just trickle it in, and the 3 will go toward the corner. Like that. There you go.
That sounds more like it, Charlie. The shot that I'm talking about was made in the tournament called Border Battle. That sounds like it right there. And we also see Jared the Jazz Man, the gentleman that played the national anthem down at the U.S. Open, is in the chat room. Say hi to Jared and everybody that's viewing. And make sure you YouTube Jared Arisamina. You want to see somebody play the axe. I think it's called the axe, the saxophone. And gives Kenny G the 4 out in the breaks. And singing and playing jazz. Martin Daigle is showing a little bit of tension right there as Johnny still in command of the table. And now leads by 2. It's 5-3, John Morra. What do you think about the rack, Mario? What do you prefer so that we can just bypass all the finagling and with the rack?
You know, lately most tournaments they're switching to the 9-ball on the spot.
Yeah, there's so many rules.
And you use the magic rack, and 3 balls have got to pass the head string, and it seems like so simple. There's no arguments. You just play pool, and that's it. Like when we played snooker in England, we just put up to 15 res. The referee put them up, and you just play the game. There's never any arguments like that. This way, it's just, even if you're giving somebody a good rack, it's like they'll find something. They'll find a gap somewhere, because you can't set up the rack perfect. It just leaves it open for arguments, and the next thing you know, you're fighting, you're in a bad mood. I mean, we're here just to play the game. That's what we want to do, play the game.
Right.
We became professionals. We didn't go to a racking school, so you'll be a professional racker.
Right.
Right? I just want to play the game. That's it.
Right.
I think the quicker we do that in this sport, the better. The better for everybody, for the audience, for everybody. We just want to see talent. We don't want to.
I like a rule. I like a rule where there's a neutral rack. I know that it'll take too many people to be employed in running a major tournament such as this, or the U.S. Open and so on, the Derby City Classic. But you know, they do have spotters in between the left and the right side of the arena. Maybe a couple of more spotters. And just throw the balls up there, rack them up the best you can, take the rack off. The opponent gets up and just walks over to the table. No inspection of the rack.
Yeah, like you shouldn't have to go look at the rack.
Should be an honor system, right? I mean,
Yeah, yeah.
by now. We all know there's mechanics, right?
Yeah. Yeah, like I was playing yesterday, and we started off. It was good racks in between, at the beginning. Then as my match progressed, there was gaps everywhere. So I got a choice. Either I shoot, I just break the balls, or I get into a beef with my opponent. So this is not touchy. That's not touchy. It's either way. I mean, I'm playing, but I'm not getting a fair rack, whether it's intentional or not. It's like we have racks, so we can get fair racks. Why not use them? Like magic racks.
Templates, yeah.
The best one around. There's so many around. We need a good one and settle with that.
Well, how about the Accurac?
I'm not sure. I never
The one
seen-
they
I don't
use,
think I've seen
the
it.
one they use at the U.S. Open
I haven't
by
been
Chris
there.
Renfro.
I haven't been there in a couple of years, so I
Oh.
couldn't say.
Oh, okay. Well, he come up with a template. It's nice.
Uh-huh.
Nice template. I guess all the templates that actually made today, they're only going to last so long, too, though. Mario. There's even though I watched tournaments where they had the magic rack or a template, and still the player would go over to the rack and rack it and say,
Yeah, because there's only a few good ones. The rest, you put them up, but you still have to touch them up with your fingers. And as soon as you got to touch them with your fingers, you are fixing the rack to your liking.
yeah, I don't believe in
Yeah,
touching it.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So once they're in there, just break. No, there's no fiddling with your fingers and touching another one to another one.
What do you think about tapping the table like they do in China and stuff?
Oh, that's good at the beginning, but as the tournament goes on, you're still going to get gaps because the cloth wears.
Right. Well, Johnny come up here on the 40-yard line, a little short, and plus the reach. The cue ball's past the side pocket, so it's going to be stretched here.
He's not too bad. He's got to watch he doesn't touch the 7 or the 9 with his clothing.
I don't think Martin would have called it on him if he touched it with his shirt. But, don't take that for granted,
Yeah.
folks.
Oh, yeah.
Rules are the rules.
That was a very nice shot.
I see some discussion in the chat about the templates, whether it be Magic Rack or not. And it's a good point that you guys are reminding me that, sometimes that rack does come into effect. You can't remove the rack, and you just have to go over it and slide the cue ball, and the cue ball might rock and fall into position somewhere. There's a couple of things, but it doesn't happen that often.
No, it don't. No.
Hey, Beju. There she is in the chat. John Morra puts another beat up. Now leads 6-3. Beju, Edwige from Canada.
Where is it?
You know, Edwige, I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. Bejude? Bejude?
No, I don't know that.
Yeah, she's always around, always promoting in Canada and letting us know. And sometimes she translates French for us. She, great person from Canada. To break we go, folks. Well, things are starting to fall. And anytime you're starting to make balls on a break, believe me, Johnny will remember that spot exactly where he broke from. She was living in Arizona, but now in Canada. Is Mario still using a Dufferin?
Yes, I am. Yep. Yep. Good old Dufferin. Just the butt, but the shaft is, as of now, it's a Falcon shaft right now. But you can change that to any shaft you want. But I'm happy with the Falcon shaft. No, just normal, just straight maple shaft. Stiff.
Low deflection?
No, just normal. After so many years, I got used to it. So now, to switch to low deflection, it's just like you got to change your whole game again. It's like learning all over. I don't have time for that.
I always tell the story. I mean, years ago, everybody just wanted a Mucci. I don't know if you remember that or you were probably playing snooker, but here in the States, everybody wanted a Mucci years ago. That if you didn't have a Mucci, it was like you didn't have the right sneakers on. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, better get a rub on that.
The four ball, which is right where the cue ball is. And the cue ball against the rail. This is a tough shot.
Yeah, because if you played in the right-hand corner, you're just going to have no shot when we end up around the side pocket. And you can always play a safety after, but
That's what he tried, Mario. Exactly what he tried, exactly what you said. Boy, Martin's really not happy with himself. You know, it's tough when you think you're going to run away with the game from the opening gate. You know, you got this carom Martin had a carom. He had a combination. And it looks like you're going to run away with this. And all of a sudden, your opponent's now on top of you and beating you. And then when you finally get out of your seat to have a shot, that's what you look at. Kind of gets frustrating, but you got to maintain cool.
Yeah, you gotta stay.
And just wait for opportunity. Play the, a shot like that, you could have probably played a safe, or think of another option. If you get over aggressive because your opponent's beating on you, that could be costly. You could make mistakes.
Okay, folks, I gotta go get ready for my match, so enjoy the rest of the match. Okay, I gotta go play. I gotta go get ready for my match. See the computer and the table.
You know.
I got away on the table.
All right, Mario Morra has to step out. He's got to practice because he's up on the stream next. So he wants to get some practice time in before they actually call his match. So he's going to step out. Did I miss a score here? I got 6-3. I'll. Well, Johnny's almost hitting them straight on now. He didn't go to the corner of the box. And came up dry. The 3-ball rolls right by. I believe Martin Daigle has a shot. Let's see. By the way he put that chalk down, he might not have a shot. Well, he does. He's got a wide open shot at this 1-ball. He can probably go forward with it. Let's take a look at the other angles. Yeah, he can go forward with this and spin out 2 to 3 rails and play the 2-ball in the bottom right-hand corner. I don't like jacking up and drawing it. I think going forward with is a natural, but it looks like Martin's going to try to draw it back. At large says 7-3. Let me take a look up there just to confirm that. I can't see it at large. You're probably right. All right, the scoreboard has been corrected. Thank you, everybody in the chat. We actually had a runner run out and told us it was 8-2, then come back and told us it was 7-2, and then come back and told us it was 7-3. So we were kind of on edge here at the seats because we thought we were all, maybe one of the players made a mistake. So we had to wait until we had perfect confirmation. And every single person in the chat that said 7-3 is absolutely right. And you are now eligible to be an accountant. The AZB TV accountant. I like it. Sharky 216. I'm not playing because you practically have to win the tournament just to cover cost of going there. Morra's 2 chicken. He's going to play the 1-9 combination. Hey, listen, if you got everything negative to say about the tournament and the players that are playing in it, why are you watching it? You know, negative comments like that, anybody can do that. You know, a kid in 3rd grade can say negative stuff. Come on, let's enjoy ourselves. You know, you're talking about players out here. And if you're a player like you say you are, then, you know, you're probably respected as a player, and you should have respect for the players here. John Morra puts up another bead. Now on the hill, 8-3. All right, John Morra going to take a look and give it a once over once again. We do have 11 games under our belt right now and score 8-3. We're going into rack number 12. Both players out of Canada. You know, it's unfortunate. You know, you get 128 players. Somewhere down the line, you know, you're going to play a friend of yours. How many times have you gone on the road with people and wind up playing them in the first round? You know, it happens. And it seems like it happens quite often, like, oh, that 9 ball would have counted. The 9 does count on the break. Johnny breaks him wide open, beautiful spread here, and has a shot at the 1 ball. Did he hit hard enough to get the 2 back out? He did, and it looks like he might have the shot right past the 3 into the side. If not, he might have the carom the cue ball off the 2 into the 3. Uh-oh, he's going to be trapped up. Johnny just got himself hooked behind the 8 ball, and he's on the hill. You know, being jacked up like this doesn't make this game any easier. This hit, I mean. But it's a good hit. The 3 ball does go by the 9, but if is there enough cushion above the 9 so that the cue ball doesn't scratch? I guess there wasn't, and that's why Martin actually banked the 3. That's maybe the second or the third time Martin approached the table and wasn't looking at much. And it does get kind of frustrating, but if you really let it get under your skin, it seems like it's always going to rain, you know. When it rains, it pours. You got to try to blow that off, some kind of focus, some kind of meditation. Somebody, actually, Robert Ferry was in the booth here yesterday, and he said that Darren Appleton, he asked, you know, he told Darren Appleton that, you know, like, how can he get things off of his head and not let, you know, the audience or anybody bother you? And Darren said, just stare at the cloth. Just stare at the cloth. You know, so some kind of meditation, something just keep your mind occupied, keep you focused. Try not to dwell on things that are happening. Will kind of keep you in stroke. You know, players have different ways of maintaining their focus. You know, it's to each his own. But that's what Darren said. And I would expect Martin Daigle to get out of his seat after Johnny pockets the 8-ball. I don't think he'll let him shoot the 9. But you never know. The rule is no concessions. Martin Daigle gets up. Good sportsmanship. And Johnny Morra. And Martin saying, you break, and I have no shot. Well, folks, there it is. It's 9-3, but keep in mind, this is a winner-side match. So Martin Daigle, I was told to pronounce his name that way, is not eliminated. He's just going to move over to the B side of the chart. We're going to be right back with another match. The next one is at 2 o'clock. It's going to be Mario Morra and Brent Brummel coming up next. That's the 2 o'clock round. We'll be right